Good morning, guys. Coach Theo here on Common Sense. Out to catch the morning sun while grounding my feet. Business as usual at this point. We just had a beautiful May here in Stockholm, Sweden, so I'm very happy about that. Today is the day after tweaking my lower back. And here's Theo from the future that just had his back examined, and good news. The naturopath I saw could confirm that I was right in my assessment that nothing actually broke or got injured in the lower back. It was just a protective mechanism in response to me getting myself into sort of a weird position. So, everything just cramped up around it and very tender, just as a protective mechanism to prevent me from actually hurting myself. So she could also do some adjustments, so it feels a lot better already. I can at least just go about my day without too much of an issue, and within a few days it should be all but gone. So training should be mostly unaffected. Upper body training is just a few exercises I'll swap. Lower body, just got to be mindful about anything that loads the lower back. But today I'm lucky that I have neck on the schedule, which won't be an issue at all. And there's a leg extension here, so the quads are of course a little sad that they didn't get any stimulus yesterday, so we'll get in a bit for those as well. But yeah, guys, all good in the neighborhood. Back to 6 hours younger Theo. And I wanted to do a follow-up video on the one I did yesterday and give you a little introduction to another aspect of holistic bodybuilding, my unique approach to bodybuilding. And I'm going to do a video on holistic bodybuilding specifically. I just have so many ideas right now, guys, with the recent blow up of the channel. Many ideas of my own, of stuff I want to bring to you guys, but also I keep writing down ideas I get from you in comments and direct messages every day. So we have a lot of good stuff to look forward to. But okay, I called yesterday's video "Pain is part of the process," which it is, but I didn't quite know what to name the video when I did it, and that seemed to, it was something I talked about, and it seemed like the just best title. However, I just don't want there to be any misunderstanding that, look, it's difficult, guys, when you're a lot of content creators and coaches, they just go all in on their stuff, and they're not very nuanced. They're quite black and white in their delivery. And it can be tempting with certain things, especially like a thing like, working on yourself, to just push hard, no pain, no gain, kind of perspective. And when you want to be nuanced, like I do in my teaching, like it's difficult because I already feel like, I'm talking so long many times because I want to bring up this angle and this perspective and this related thing, and this on the one hand and this on the other hand, and still you feel sometimes like you leave something out. So with yesterday's video, what I did not want to say is the kind of just no pain, no gain, just grind, I can take it all. It's almost like the more pain, the better. It's part of any meaningful process. Not in that way, Like, the point I made, though, is that I'd rather be, and I prefer the person that tends to push too hard than the one that doesn't push hard enough. Because the person that pushes too hard, they are moving in the right direction. They might have higher risk, run into some problem, but they just have to learn to dial it back. While the person that doesn't push hard enough, they're often comfortably just standing still. They're not, there are no injuries or pain, but there's nothing going on, right? However, that doesn't mean to just, you shouldn't think that you're just invincible and not be cautious, especially with a thing like physical training, right? But the point is, though, that even if we have the longevity mindset, and we take precautions to try to not get injured, we try to listen to our body, it's just that if you are really ambitious with something like building a physique, is embracing that you're still, when you're thinking about everything, it should be the case that you run into some pains or limitations, restrictions of some kind. Like, think any elite athlete, they all will struggle with something, some kind of injury here and there, maybe some kind of persistent problem, because they're so close to the edge of what they can do all the time, right? So, look, it was a metaphor. I happen to talk about it in relation to my back, but it's like that. Anything meaningful, anything worth going for will take pain, but like different kind. Now it's obviously physical when we're talking about training, but I mean just challenges, feeling like, oh, I'm lost, I'm stuck, this is so difficult, I don't know what to do, you know. Just take this YouTube channel, for instance. You know, it was a grind for 5 years when very little was happening, and I'm not feeling like pain, like it hurts like that from that, but you know, sometimes I feel like shit in my life from other stuff, and I feel like nothing is going on with this. I'm lost. Like, does anyone even care about what I do, you know? And then I got the biggest reward just recently from all of this. But you see, because many times I felt bad about it, I kind of pushed myself to make the videos, and I feel like, oh, no one even cares anyway. But I had a vision, grand vision, that this is what I want. So I'll keep going. You see what I mean? It's part of any meaningful process, that it isn't just la-di-da-di-da, da-di-da-di-da, moving at a comfortable pace and no challenges whatsoever. Just doesn't look like that. Something else, you know, my relationship that is facing many challenges now, and I don't even know how it will work out, but it doesn't matter though, because I want to learn and be the best that I can be. And I love this girl, and I absolutely will be very happy to see it work out. But either way, you know, the process that's not been easy at times, with a long distance relationship and many factors, you know, it was worth it. Because either I'll end up with a girl that I love very much and connect with on a very deep level and reach that kind of goal, or I reach the goal of I've had to learn many painful things about myself in the process of this, and I've worked on myself a lot. And what I mean is that, you know, whether a thing like that, you know, you win from the work, from the integrating the lessons you learn in the process is the other win there. But you see, just, you know, I wouldn't want a relationship where I feel everything is just comfortable, we never have any conflicts, there are no problems, because I don't think it can possibly be the like magical, it's something just nice and comfy. I found, just like it's nice and comfy to feel like, oh, I go and do some squats, I do a little bit of benching, then I really push myself that hard, you know. So yeah, I just had to stop and think a little bit. So I wanted to clarify that from yesterday's video, but I'll make this point about holistic bodybuilding. What I mean when I say holistic bodybuilding is, well, first of all, that we think a little bigger. Like, it's not building the body and the aesthetics, the physique, the broness. It's part of it, but we use it as a cornerstone of a larger process to work on ourselves. And we also realize things, that my mental state, me feeling better and reducing stress in my life, you know, working out different little things, problems I have with myself, that will ultimately help my bodybuilding practice too, because I'm more relaxed, I'll recover better from my training. For instance, I'm in better shape, I'll be in a better position to train, you know. So it's both that, thinking a little bigger, that like maybe even meditation is part of your bodybuilding practice, but also we use the practice of bodybuilding to observe ourselves and learn things about ourselves, because the way we, you know, the way you do something is the way you do everything. So how you do things in the gym says a lot about how you are as a person. So because of this, with me, I've tended to be someone that I push. I'm closer, way closer, always to pushing myself too hard than not hard enough. And there's a part of me that can be very proud of that, my ability to just give it my all. And it is, you know, it's the flip side. I've had a few more injuries that I would have needed to, but also I have the amazing physique and abilities to show for it, right? But so what I've learned, because at first I just wanted to focus on the fact that, look how great I am at pushing myself, you know, this is how to do it, you know. But I had to learn that it's really, initially it's a weakness that I've turned into a strength. That what I realized is that I do a lot of things like this, that I must give it my all, always 100%, always try to push over 100%, and I figure out that this comes from a fear of not being enough. That if I don't do everything in my power, and I don't get, like, I either don't get what I want, but also it's my fault, you know. And so just going to failure and beyond, you know, pushing myself in the gym like that, if I left a rep, you know, if I know I could have done something more, it will haunt me that, what if I didn't do enough? you know. And I can just see that I've been like this in my life in other places, that I just, it becomes a sacrifice of yourself instead of just pushing yourself, because in the end, what I fear I don't get, you know, if I push myself too hard so I actually break, well, then I don't get it either, so it becomes counterproductive. But so the work for me has already been to learn to dial it back. And overwhelmingly, it's the demon of not feeling enough that makes me push too hard sometimes. I've tamed it so that I can use it to like just bring that out in me, like just give it my all. But then the work is in reeling that demon back in too, you know. And so I've already, like, that I haven't had any injury like this in a long time, because I had a few stupid ones where I should have just understood that it's not the time to just keep pushing. Then I've had some things, like my hip situation is more like, it's more like something I discovered as I started training, and was more from, you know, genetics and poor lifestyle over time. Yeah, I still get, like, my elbow I had, that's almost good now. There was also just more, it's not one acute accident, it's like, but it's me still just pushing, feeling that my elbow is not good, but for some dumb reason, like, but I want to do this exercise and this one, it's not so bad yet, you know. I'm not good, I'm not enough if I don't push through it, and I have to push it like a little too far until I'm okay, now I'm actually limited in what I'm doing. Okay, now I have to rehab again. Okay, next time let's try to not make this happen again, you know. So for me, that's some work that I learned from the holistic bodybuilding. You have to see it too. Remember that I'm not just talking about the training. I see the pattern in other areas in my life too, to just like overexert myself. So the conclusion here is that it's great that I can use this, that you can make something like that into a good thing overwhelmingly, but that's been the work for me, reeling this back in, like, yes, just unleashing the demon and going all in on stuff, but also reel the demon back in just a little. And it's an ongoing process, and every time something like this happens, you know, you have to stop and take the lesson. Again, I can of course just say I was kind of unlucky with this injury, but there are others that probably this would have happened to. We'll see. I'm gonna go see someone. It's already better today. I think I was right about my assessment of it yesterday. But I'll just see if I can go see someone that can kind of speed up just recovery a bit. Like, going in and out of the bed has been a pain, and sitting up and you know, sitting down and standing up, the transition is like hell, because it's like it's very fragile and zero mobility in the lower back. But maybe I'll edit in if I went to see someone, just a quick update here. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to clarify. Yeah, please like and comment. Always interested to hear your thoughts, and it helps more people find a way here, boost the algorithm, so I appreciate that. I do holistic bodybuilding coaching, work on ourselves, body, mind and soul in this way. Similar things I talked about in this video. So if you're interested, you can send me a DM on Instagram or email me. It's in the description below. I'll get back to you with my different programs. You can become a member of the channel or Patreon to just support me and my content. It's very much appreciated. And please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. But I don't know exactly what to say this time. Peace.